Okay, here we are. Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Friday, September 12th, 2025. We're back at it. Yesterday on the Diddy docket, there was a third-party filing by a guy called Joseph Manzaro from Florida. Now, various people have pointed out that he's had some cases dismissed or withdrawn in the past, but he's now filed as a non-party statement of victims' rights in the run-up to the October 3rd sentencing. There's also going to be, in later September, a hearing on Diddy's motion for a new trial. We'll definitely be covering that. And on the same day was supposed to be the sentencing of Daniel Hernandez, a.k.a. Tekashi 6ix9ine. But yesterday, docketed by Judge Engelmeyer, sentencing is canceled. Briefing for sentencing canceled because there appear to be new violations of supervised release on which he will be arraigned on September 25th. So we'll try to cover them both at the same time, but there won't be a Tekashi 6ix9ine sentencing. So the plot thickens. Meanwhile, in terms of plot, a sort of, is it the end? Nadine Menendez, wife of Robert Menendez, whom yesterday she said he tricked her, he played her, he played her strings. He was not the man that she thought. Afterwards, she said she's not divorcing him. She was sentenced to 54 months or 4.5 years. He, of course, got 11. So there was a distinction. But Judge Stein said that she had a responsibility. She arranged many of these things. In fact, it seems like some of these guys were more her friends than Bob's. But that's no excuse for Bob. That's it. Gold Bar Bob is guilty. We have the book out. You can find it. Now, in the litigation around Lisa Cook, this is the financial section. Things are now speeding up. Yesterday, after 5 o'clock, I believe, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, on the appeal of Judge Cobb restoring or maintaining Lisa Cook on the Fed, has agreed to hear it on a very expedited basis. There's a filing due Saturday and another one due Sunday. We'll cover both of them. And then there'll be a decision rendered early next week. It's more than possible, given their other recent decisions, that will be in favor of Lisa Cook. But then it'll go to the Supreme Court, and it looks like it'll go to the Supreme Court before the next Fed or FOMC meeting. So that's on a rocket docket. In other financial news, and this is going to be the beginning of a new trend here, Pinnacle-Synovus. It's a big merger, and there's another one announced right after that, PNC First Bank. What I can say is that journalistically even, requested some records from the Tennessee regulator of Pinnacle. Seems like a straightforward request. No, Tennessee is one of the states that has a citizens-only provision. They only give records to citizens of their state. I don't know if that means U.S. citizens, by the way. But anyway, it's not enough even to be in Tennessee. You have to have a Tennessee driver's license, or I guess non-driver's state identification, to get any records from them. It's a joke because it's a Pinnacle Bank is in many other states, as we've shown now in filings that we've made. Some time ago, actually, there's a case called Lee versus Minor. We sued Delaware for just a provision and won. I don't know what the current state of the law is. I'm going to have to look it up. But I will do whatever the law of states' rights to do that. Other regulators have to take note that Pinnacle's regulator only responds to people in Tennessee, even as they try to move into Atlanta and Columbus, Georgia. We'll have more on PNC coming as well. Finally, the United Nations. We have written to the President of the General Assembly, her name, Annalena Baerbock. No answer. It's pretty shocking. We started looking at her page doesn't disclose if any of her staff members are paid for or lent by missions, traveled, even the most basic reforms that were announced after John Ash was prosecuted in the court right behind me, SDNY, for corruption. None of them have been carried out by this former German official, now President of the General Assembly. Well, we're on the case. We've applied. She needs to answer the letter. Does she believe in freedom of speech or not even freedom of the press access to cover the General Assembly? Litmus test. We're going in.